Hello everyone, welcome back to Tree Loves to Resale. Today we are doing another ship with me video. I have quite a bit to do, quite a bit to ship. I'm going to end up breaking up my shipping into a couple sections or a couple videos because I have quite a bit. So I'm just going to get through as much as I can, and I'll tell you guys all the information I know while I'm shipping the item. First, I have a couple of Poshmark orders, so I'm going to ship those. The first thing that sold was this cool KUHL short sleeve men's shirt. And I do have my laptop over here to the side, so I will try my best to give you all the information I can, since I have that. This sold for $22. Obviously, fees and cost of goods and taxes and all that stuff comes out of that. And with Poshmark, if you're new here, or if you're new to shipping or selling on Poshmark, you print off the label, and I've already done that, and then you can ship that in any priority mail box or bag. It does not matter if you use flat rate or not. You can if you want. I put my items always in a plastic bag to protect them from the elements, and then I just put them in the poly. I put the label on, and that's that. Let me get my tape out. If I feel that the label or the bag needs reinforcing, then I will put some tape on it. If I think it's secure, I won't. Pretty simple. The next item that sold on Poshmark were these sandals. These really pretty gray Ocel sandals. Now with these, since they have some seashells on the top, and I really don't want them to get damaged, I am going to wrap them in tissue paper and then bag them. And I might just put these in a box because of the seashells. I really don't want the shells to come off. Now, I personally like to make sure that I wrap my goods nicely and put them nicely in the box, because when the buyer gets it, I want them to, even though it's a used item, I want it to obviously look the best that it can, right? I would rather them be over satisfied than be like, oh, it's okay. So I'm just using this box. And then obviously I put the label on. Now with eBay, I do bulk shipping, which means I print my labels all at one time. So I do all the prep work ahead, and then I print at the end. So what you do with eBay is you just go into eBay, into selling, orders, awaiting shipment, and you just start. I have most of my items pulled here, or definitely the ones that I'm going to ship today. The first thing that sold was this Ralph Lauren long sleeve floral blouse. Just a simple, lightweight blouse. And it sold for $14. I believe that this was one of my Dollar Day pickups. So I fold it nicely, put it in my plastic bag, and then put it in, keeping it real. My tissue paper just off fell. So, and then what I do is I weigh all of my items. I have been trying to weigh my items beforehand when I list them. But if for some reason I haven't done that, then I just put it in the poly bag. Now I weigh it real quick. I write the weight on the outside of the bag with the buyer's first name. So when I go to print my labels, I don't have to worry about whether or not the right person is getting the right item. It really only takes an extra second. I have tried all different ways, and for me, this way works the best. The next item that sold was this Westport size small ruffle floral blouse. I like picking up this brand. It sells rather quickly. It sold for $17.99 plus shipping. And honestly, I just do the process over and over again. Next thing that sold was, and these are the items that I've pulled that I'm going to ship right now. I did sell quite a bit over the weekend, and some of the items haven't been pulled because I keep some of my inventory in our partly finished barn, and so I have to go out there and pull the shoes. So I don't have those, and a couple of the blazers. I don't have those. So I will do that in another video. The next item that sold was this Coolabar UPF 50 V-neck dress. I picked a bunch of these up. I had like 4 of these at Goodwill, and I did pay up for those. I paid $8. They only sell for about $25, but I've sold all of them. So sometimes if I have to pay up for something, but I know it's going to sell pretty fast, I will go ahead and do that, even though the profit margin will be a little less. Again, same process. Fold it, bag it, weigh it. Next thing that sold was this soft surroundings blouse, new with tag. Now I've had, it's like a cover up. It could be a cover up or a blouse. I picked up a bunch of new with tag items, linen items, along Eileen Fisher and soft surroundings at Goodwill one day. And I paid up for most of the items. And a lot of them have sold. This blouse only sold for $23, which I was kind of surprised. But I kept getting offers right around that. So obviously, sometimes the market does bear the, determine the price. So I went ahead and finally accepted that offer because that's what I was getting. All right, the next thing, which is kind of an interesting, what happened to it here today, was these headphones, this headset. Where is it? Well, I do my best to keep my area as clean as possible, but you know what? It's always a work in progress. So, well, I'll have to find what I did with that headset. It was a headset that I sold, but I'm going to move on to this Tommy Hilfiger zip up really thick hoodie. I ended up letting this go for a lot less too. This sold for $17.99. It's extra large, very nice condition. Very thick, heavy. But I went ahead, it sold internationally, and I went ahead and sold it on a best offer because, again, you want to sell things, right? We don't want to hold on to things. We want to sell them. So, and it went international. And I use the global shipping program, so I ship it to Kentucky, and then they take care of it from there. eBay does. And in this particular instance, I am going to use this shrink wrap because it will help because it's so thick. And I'm going to see if I can fit it in. Actually, you know what? I'm going to weigh this and see how much it weighs. And that, okay, so it does weigh 2 pounds, 4 ounces. So I'm going to go in and pretend that I'm shipping it, even though I'm going to do bulk shipping, and just see get an estimate. I'm just going to go ahead and ship it in this poly mailer, in this Tyvek, if I can get it. Sorry, I said poly mailer, I meant Tyvek. If I can get it in here. Sometimes you can really squeeze things in here. It's gonna go great. So for these, you do need to know the weight for the Tyvek. So it is 2 pounds, 5 ounces. And I just set it aside. The next item that sold was this Pulse vest. Now, it does kind of need a little bit of shutter. I'm not going to really worry too much about it because it did only sell for $10. I'm going to clean off some of the fuzz, but I'm not going to, like, kill myself. I mean, this is a really nice vest, hoodie, and it sold only for $10. So I'm not going to spend forever cleaning it. I did list it as gently worn, and I probably said needed a cleaning because I usually try to be as thorough as possible. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and use the shrink wrap again on this because it is pretty thick. Put this down a little bit so you guys can see a little bit more of what I'm doing. The most important thing, I think, is to make sure the garment is protected by the, so in case it has to sit out in the rain, it doesn't get soaked. The boxes don't get soaked, or the bag doesn't soak through. As figured, this has to go priority. So it is 1 pound, 10 ounces. So this is what it looks like. It's really important that you weigh, you know, if you're, especially if you're just starting out, that you know that you can guess if something's gonna have to go first class. It's to me, that's, you have to know that because that is a big bump in cost, and you can really get lose lose a lot of profit if you're losing money on shipping. Next thing that sold was this Horny Toad pullover, 4th zip pullover, just a lightweight, long-sleeved. I pick this brand up from time to time if I find it very reasonable. I'm sure this sold for $15.99. I'm sure that I paid $1 for that. As you see here, I have a lot of lower priced items, bread and butter items. That works for me and my model. You have to figure out what works for you. Next thing was this Bit and Brittle men's flannel 2XL. I do pick this brand up. I do like it for men. It sells better for men than women. This sold for $15.99. Plaid. Now, I wonder, let me see here. Okay, so I charged first class for this, and usually these bigger sizes do kind of bump up the weight. So let's see here. Hopefully it's not, I don't think it weighs a pound, because this is a pretty thin flannel. Now, if it would have been a little bit thicker flannel, it would have definitely had to have went priority. Yes, this only weighs 12 ounces. So really be careful with the bigger sizes. And if I wasn't doing a video, I could probably do this shipping a little bit faster. But since I am doing a video, it is taking me a little bit longer. This upcycled flannel, I like to do these for fun. Did sell, and I try to find the men's flannels, and I bleach them. And this one did sell for $23.90. And when I list these, you have to make sure that you are very descriptive with your keywords and your description, so they know that they're getting a do-it-yourself flannel. This weighs 11 ounces. The next thing that sold was this little blouse. This Ann Taylor extra large blouse. It sold for $12. I took a best offer. I don't, it's hit or miss with this brand, obviously, but the larger sizes do sell. I did pay $1 for this. I've only had it for a week or so. So, yeah, I let it go for pretty reasonable, I think. 5 ounces. Next thing that sold was this Lululemon men's t-shirt. I let this go for $20 because I'm just trying to, it's a Lululemon men's t-shirt, vented. I should have really, honestly, it's an extra large, so I could have probably gotten a little bit more for that. But, part of the game is, turning things over, right? All right, we're getting down. The next item that sold was this sweater, and I just listed this. I got this in I think, my thread up box. And it's this Amina Ruba, whatever. I don't want to butcher the name. It is really nice. It was cashmere blend, but it had a couple of holes in the back. Obviously, I did list that like that. I almost redonated it, but then I was like, no, I really need to just sell that. And I listed it for $20, and that's what it sold for. And I did put in the description, and I did put up in the top section in eBay where you can write condition. I did put condition there too. So the holes were very small. $13 ounces. So it can go first class, and I have these bigger poly bags. All right, and the next item that I'm going to ship in this video is this Old Navy lightweight long button-up plaid shirt, and I believe I got this in Lori's Boston Found mystery box. It sold for $8.99, but you know, it sold, and I've had it listed for probably 2 weeks. And it weighs 4 ounces. All right. The last thing that I am going to ship in this video are these men's link sole shorts. Very nice. I have only had these listed for about a week and a half, I believe. They sold for $20 even, and I did pick these up for $3.99 at Goodwill. Shorts are selling. Obviously, it's spring. So that's kind of what I'm going to ship in this video. And what I will do now is, so these shorts weigh 10 ounces. So what I'm going to do now is, now that I've got everything bagged and weighed, I will go into eBay. I will go in, I'll show you. I will just select everything that I'm shipping. I will check mark it. And then I will, just almost there. I have about half bagged because I did not ship over the weekend because we were out of town. So I've got everything checked that I'm going to ship right now. And then I just go up to shipping and purchase shipping label. And then it'll pull all of those up. You can see, you can't really see the address or anything. It'll pull all of those items up. And then I can go in really quickly and put the weight in for all of them. And then I just say review purchase, and it'll spit out all my labels. And then I just go through and put the labels on. And it's that simple, you guys. It's pretty easy. It's I find that that's the most effective way for me to do my shipping. You have to find out what works best for you, But again, thanks for joining me with this shipping session. And if you found something that was interesting, or you learned anything, or were just entertained, please consider subscribing to my channel and giving me a thumbs up. It really does help. I do these videos every week. Thanks so much for watching. See you on the next one. Bye.